All right, today is the day after the hurricane, and so I'm going to ride around looking to see what the neighborhood is like. Uh, we had a lot of water. Wind wasn't that strong, so I'm not sure we were going to find a lot of down branches, but we might. So we're going to look. Now, this happens to be 10 o'clock in the morning, so we may have lost. Some people may have already started cleaning up their yards, so we may miss some of the results. Hopefully we'll see a lot of different things that's happening. I have both my cameras as normal, so if there's any major issues, I should be able to show y'all, so it doesn't have to be on my chest camera. But so far, there just seems to be some just minor branches laying around that people's already managed to clean up. So I'm not sure what the temperature is, or the humidity for that matter, but it's nice and comfortable. So whatever it is, it's a comfortable temperature. So whatever temperature is comfortable for you, that's my temperature right now. However, the sun is out, so yeah, it'll try to burn my fingers. Oh, a house for sale. I was able to spend my hour prepping to go out today. So tires are at the right pressure, batteries charged, not totally. Right now it says it's at 96%. So, but for an hour or so, 96% is plenty. And I also have my second battery with me, so I'm not worried. I was listening to Russ is Right today talk about how terrible it is to have to try to figure out how to drive as slow as 12 miles per hour. I'm looking down at me and I'm driving 10. So it's not hard for me. But the only time I drive fast is when I have to, when I'm on the road, not when I'm in the neighborhoods. I'd have to really be in a hurry to get somewhere if I was driving fast in neighborhoods. And today we kind of want to see if there's much of a destruction to this neighborhood. So far it looks like the answer is no. Now I'm following my Garmin today because it said neighborhood. So I'm not really sure where we're supposed to be going, but I'm ready to follow it wherever it goes. This neighborhood back here is one that has a tough time if there's a lot of rain. And we got 2 inches of rain, and then the next day we got 2 more inches of rain, and then the hurricane hit and gave us like another 3 inches of rain. So I was thinking that we had plenty of rain, but it looks like our drainage worked pretty good because I don't see any major water built up anywhere. So that's pretty good. I still have puddles in my yard that didn't totally drain yet. So I can see some spots in the road that's a little bit, but I was actually expecting it to be more. Oh yeah, there we go. Good morning. Yeah, you can see that the water is still on the grass, but for the most part, it's pretty good. I'm kind of surprised. There's a dog recognizing me that far away. He's pretty far away. I guess he considered me too close anyway. All right. So you can see some water built up right here. And that's on a major highway, but it's not built up too bad. Everywhere looks like it's doing pretty good. So this is Columbia, South Carolina. We were on the edge of the tropical storm. Charleston was a little bit, got it a bit more. It's about 100 miles away or so. And but I did notice that when I was watching the tropical storm move through, that it was actually only a couple of miles from me, east of me. Closer towards Charleston was where I saw a lot of the red and thunderstorms happening. So I figured we would get some side issues. I mean, it wasn't that far away. It was basically just on the other side of the interstate from me. But apparently that little bit of difference is pretty good. It apparently doesn't take much difference for you go from having a storm to just a nice shower. Now I kind of wanted a shower. We had, well, when we started getting the rain, my grass had already turned brown. And it turned brown because we've had several days in the hundreds, and the grass didn't like that. And so it had turned brown in lots of spaces. Some were still green, but they had a lot of brown. So When we got 2 inches of rain a couple of days ago, I was thinking, oh, that'd be good for my grass. And then we got 2 more inches of rain, and I was thinking, well, my grass is looking green again. So, good recovery grass. And then the hurricane hit. So now my grass is like overly watered. So I have puddles in several spots in my house, in my yard. Not in my house, but in my yard, where the water couldn't seep through the ground anymore because it was already saturated. So my grasses are pretty happy. Well, since it doesn't look like I'm going to run across too many things that are looking to be a disaster, guess we'll talk about some e-bike thing. E-book. It's been a long time since I said e-book. Usually it's just Kindle now. Anyway, talk about e-bike stuff. If I can think of something. Oh, this reminds me. An episode or two ago, I talked about reaching 500, and I was hoping some people to help me get there. And we're over 500, like 505 last time I checked. So it did really good. I think I was supposed to turn here, so let's just do it. So I didn't get anything for reaching 500. I just got the satisfaction of reaching 500. So that was good. I was pretty excited about hitting 500. I'm thinking about. Well, let's not talk about that first. Let's first talk about. I'm trying to make sure I go the right directions. This road coming up here, if there's going to be some trees down, this will be a good spot. This is a good area for tree and big branches to be down because it's has a lot of them. I think if I can not see any branches down this street, we're probably not going to run across any. Some of the storms that come through, I find branches that's falling off trees all over the place. Here, I just see a few branches here and there. No major branches. People's already cleaned up their area pretty quickly. So that yard there has a few branches, 8 or 9 branches. Now I'll try to get it on max helping here. Now this is one of the ones I wanted to know if I can make it up by just throttling. I was thinking I probably could, so let's give it a shot. If I can, I can't. That's just what we'll find out. But I was thinking that the degree that it was giving me, that I probably could make it without pedaling. So that's just what we're going to see, is if we can make it up this hill without pedaling. I felt as if last time I was here, this is like a 8 degree grade or so. Might have been 11 or 12. 9, I think it was 9. We're at 9 right now. But when I was riding up it, I said, oh, I think I'm pretty sure I can make it up a 9 degree grade, or maybe even 11. So let's see. I think this is a little steeper right here, so it takes a little while for it to get caught up. So let's see what it says. We did make it up when we're at 11 miles per hour. Looked like it was 9 degree. or 9% grade. So apparently this has enough power to make it up in 9% without any additional help, which is, well, I was thinking it might be able to make 11. Of course, I'm not sure where 11 is. The other one we got close by here is like an 18, and it can't make it up there. I can't even make it up, or it's really hard for me to make it up even with me helping. Definitely could not do it by itself. There's a lot of branches picked up there. Some water to worry about. Hopefully it won't slide through that. This next hill I'm going up is a pretty rough one. It has a short distance that's up to the 18%. Most of it is less than that, around 16. So let's see how we do. Let me get down to 1. Let's see how we do. Yeah, so this would have already given up had I not been pushing, and I have to push really, really hard to continue up this. I have it on full to throttle. We're in 5 assist, and still I can barely keep 5 miles per hour going. All right, I think I'm beginning to think I'm going to make it now. Yeah, we made it. Whew. All right. See, this area through here has a lot of trees too. And since there's not that many branches down, you can see some branches right here, but minor. So I don't think we had much wind at all at my house or even in this area. Of course, this is still pretty close to my house. Maybe when we get over Piney Grove. That's further west, though, so I'm thinking there's even less chance over there. But they could have gotten some burst, I guess. All right, so we want to make a U-turn. Take this road. I didn't see a road that I missed. I was sitting around thinking about the fact that I haven't told everybody about Eventon. Avaton Aventon had yeah, see, there's not anything here. Yeah, I don't get that. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go my own way. Guess I'm not going to be able to follow this thing. It thinks we're at the end anyway. So Avaton Adventure, apparently enough people have bought bikes using my link to the Avaton Adventure Center that they made me an ambassador. So thank people for using my link. I don't know, being an ambassador doesn't really mean anything. Just means I'm an ambassador. But I don't even know what that means. They give me like 30,000 of their points to spend on their website, but that's like $30, so it's not very much. But I still like it to be called an ambassador for somebody. That was a fun email to get. And of course, Avaton Adventures is my favorite and only bike, so I'm probably a bit biased. But when I watch other people's videos about their bikes and things that their bikes can't do, I always sit back and say, yeah, my bike can do that. So I think I picked one of the best bikes out there for my needs. You know, everybody has different needs. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do a U-turn. And I don't want to go out by the school, even though I'm only going to come down a block further down. Besides that, I'm enjoying all these U-turns. You notice I can do them really, really well without having all the strange things. One of the things I had to get used to when I was doing U-turns is the fact that the pedal assist would kick in sometimes if you moved your foot even a little bit. And the pedal assist kicking in while you're trying to do a U-turn threw me over the curb a few times into people's yards. I never ended up falling, but it did present an opportunity to fall. But apparently that hasn't happened this year, so I have learned to not move my feet, I guess, when I do those U-turns. I don't really think about it much, so I don't know what I'm doing, but it must be that I'm not moving my feet like I used to. And before I didn't think I was moving my feet anyway. And I would still kick myself up over a curb. So I guess we could say I was doing it and wasn't realizing it. And now I'm not doing it and still don't realize it. So I'm not a very aware person. But a lot of people have told me that. Oh, and I also learned when I was at the Avaton site the other day that they made some improvements, so their website's a little bit easier to navigate. The problem I had before is that if you wanted to get an accessory that would fit your bike, there wasn't an easy way to get to it. You just had to search around all over the place. But now if you go to your bike and you can go down to the accessory section, and it'll take you to the accessory sections that work for your bike. That's a new feature they've added since a year ago. Every now and then they have sales that not only include the lowering of the price of a bike, but that they may give away $200 or $300 in accessories. So if you're able to know where all the accessories are, you can get some good ones. I couldn't find it, so I ended up getting a massager because I couldn't figure out what else I could get. Well, it turned out the massager is a pretty good one, so wasn't all that bad of an idea after all. So now I'm able to get a massage of my calves when I get back from some of these rides. Oh, speaking of which, I got some lotion. One of the problems I've had is that my calves are really tight, and so when you do these ridings like this, it just gives you even tighter calves. So I was looking around trying to find something that would allow my calves to relax a little bit. Massaging does it, but I was saying, well, is there some type of massaging oil that would be better for your bikes? And so I got some ordered and it arrived yesterday, so I got to try those things out to find out if that will actually work. Will I end up having a better experience with my calves not getting so tight and maybe even gripping? They sometimes not only do they hurt, but they get ticked at me. They growl at me. Rah! I don't like them. So hoping this massager with this lotion will solve that problem. We'll see how it goes. All right, what I want to do is stop and switch. So we'll turn this off because let's see how long it takes to figure out where we're at. People's got some branches on top of their cars. Okay, we're going to stay on the road this time. I don't normally stay on the road. So we'll be able to be going like 30 miles per hour as we head down this hill. And we'll get on the sidewalk on the other side of this light. There's no cars behind me at the moment, so that's part of the way that this works. And I got a couple more cars here now, but they're switching lanes, so looks good from my viewpoint. I probably want to get up on this route thing now, but I don't see any more entrances. So it looks like I'm stuck on the road. Wait, there's one. All right. Okay, that went pretty well. So today, I want to delve into a crucial component of e-bikes, and that being their batteries. We'll explore how long e-bike batteries typically last, and perhaps even more importantly, how can we extend their lifespans to get the most out of them? E-bikes typically use one of two types of batteries, lithium ion and lithium polymer. Lithium ion batteries are more common and are known for their reliability, while lithium polymer batteries are lighter but can require more care. I'm only familiar with the lithium ion batteries since that's all I have. Battery capacity is measured in watt hours and plays a significant role in determining an e-bike's range. The higher the capacity, the further you most likely will be able to travel on a single charge. How long do these batteries typically last? The lifespan of an e-bike battery can vary, obviously, depending on factors like the type of battery, the usage patterns, and maintenance. On average, most e-bike batteries are designed to last between 3 to 5 years or around 500 to 1,000 charge cycles. Now, what's a charge cycle? A charge cycle is a process of charging an empty battery to full capacity. Each e-bike battery has a limited number of charge cycles before it starts losing capacity. Properly managing these cycles is crucial to extending the battery life. What type of practical steps can you take to extend the battery life? Well, proper charging habits is one. Avoid deep discharges. Try not to let your battery run completely empty before recharging. Regularly charging the battery when at the level is around 20 to 30% is ideal. If you use the right charger, and that would be the one that came with your e-bike, you'll be better off because different chargers have different voltage and amperature ratings, and to be safe that you don't mess up, use the one that came with the bike. I frequently ride 6 miles, and that drains about 10 or 12% of my battery. So frequently I'll try to go 3 or 4 days of riding for my 5 or 6 hours in order to get the battery percentage down. I carry a second battery with me that in case I misjudge, I have another battery. And as y'all seen, it only takes about a couple minutes to change out a battery. I've showed you how quick that is in a prior video. Yeah, now we had a tree that was torn down or fell down in this area once before. Yeah, it forced me to have to take a different route. Yeah, it's amazing how clean these yards are. Yeah, I thought I'd find a bunch of dirty yards with branches all over people's yards, but of course we're further west than what my house is, and so I think the further west you go, the less damage there will be. So I guess it makes sense that they don't have even branches in their yards around here. Yeah, one of the things I've been wanting to do is make sure I get a ride in every day, even if the ride's only 5 miles. Today is going to be over 10 miles. I haven't done too many 10-mile rides lately, so this will be stretching my ability recently, anyway. Especially since it's over 10 miles. The last couple I did that were close to 10 miles were under 10 miles. Not quite, like 9.5. How you store your battery matters as if you want to extend its longevity. The optimal range is between 68 and 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Getting extremes higher or lower are going to not allow you to have the optimal length of time on your battery. I pretty much store my battery in a room temperature that varies greater than that, so I'm going to have less charge because of that. I don't want to bring it inside my house where the temperature would be more regulated. But you can do what you want to do. I'm just letting you know that to extend this life the best, you need to be between 68 and 77 degrees. So however you do that. You don't want to, well, if you do store your battery for a long period of time, you need to store it around 50% charge. This prevents over discharging or overcharging during the storage period. Another important factor extending your life of your battery is keeping it clean. Ensure that your e-bike and your battery are kept clean and dry. Moisture and dirt can lead to corrosions and affect performance. You should check for loose connections periodically to make sure that everything is securely in place, because that can create extra problems. And it doesn't take long to check. Yeah, even if you have the same philosophy I have, which is you need to pedal if you're going to be on the bike because you need that exercise. One of the reasons why we're doing this is to help ourselves, lower blood pressure, keep us from getting dementia. No, we need some help thing of it. use our joints, get used a bit. All good things. So if you're not pedaling, you're not getting those benefits that I'm looking for out of the e-bike. I'm looking for health benefits, and there are several health benefits. I even did a video on health benefits of the e-bikes. So, but you need to be pedaling if you want the health benefits. So I very seldom don't pedal, except for things like this, when we're just coasting. One of the advantages, even if you're a pedaler like me, you get to coast sometimes. So it's not 100% pedaling. Now this is a pretty route even in the winter. But right now it's pretty good. And I'm being protected from the sun, which sometimes I just dislike, but right at the moment, I like the temperature when I'm in the shade. I think that if I get another Garmin, I think I'll get a bigger one. A smaller one is supposed to be able to survive accidents a whole lot better than like a phone can. But it is kind of tiny and doesn't grab your attention as often as it should. I need to keep an eye on my battery power, even though I do have a second battery with me. I was hoping to make the whole trip with this battery. We started off at not full, so I was at a disadvantage to start with. But I still thought I could make the whole route. But it's down to 55%, so that makes me worry. Yeah, people are complaining that I don't dodge the potholes, and that is true. Frequently, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next, and potholes are not something my mind grasps as a danger, and I just run into them. And some people say that you managed to hit every pothole in the street. Well, I probably didn't manage that, but I understand what they mean. I hit too many of them. Sometimes I try to pay attention and dodge them, but I hit them way too often. Now this Garmin, I ended up switching the route that I initially started to a totally different route. And what I'm kind of interested in, and it seems to have picked up okay after a while. Right now it seems to be following a route. Now, unfortunately, I'm not positive what this route, where it's planning on taking me. Usually I review the routes before I go. And this one here was a route I changed on the way, and so therefore there was no reviewing. So who knows where this thing's going to take me. You can see the water level pretty high out there. Yeah, there's what they call a lake, a localized lake. We can't quite see it. Let's see if we turn right up here if we'll get to see it a little bit better. I think all the houses are in our way. I can see it, parts of it through the trees and in between the houses, but yeah, you can't get that good of a view from here. Yeah, that's the best view I got so far. And it's not even that good of a one, but it is the best. Well, if I decided I wanted to go directly home from right here, I wouldn't be able to do it. Don't know exactly how to get home from here. I would have to ride a bit and figure it out. Yeah, somebody had a tree fall in the yard they cleaned up. They came out and worked on it pretty quickly. Good job, people. It's not even 12 o'clock and already they finished. I think that's the first place we've seen a tree fall. these people in this area don't like trees. They like flags though, but apparently not trees. Oh well, sounds like something just ended. Let's see if we can find out what happened. Well, that one's still working, so we'll continue on. That airplane's pretty loud. I guess it's going to be loud for y'all too. Ah, this is where y'all are hanging out today. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. And I think I'll just take this, I don't know. Yeah, I'm good to where I think I'll just go home. This road will eventually lead me back to the main highway. Another jet. Plane flew right over me. So much of them. I must be on their main route or something. Yeah, with the battery in my camera getting ready to die, I'm just going to be heading back home. I'm kind of tired too, so I guess it won't be a 10-mile ride. I'll have to look when I get home. I have an app that's tracking my distance, so I'll know how far I went. I'm a little bit better driver, so I'm able to handle some of those tight corners now that I couldn't before. Now I'm going to want to get on the other side of the road here soon, but I can't see very well right now, so I'm not going now. I can go now, I guess. And I can get on this spot right here. No cars, but I'm turning right anyway. Then I'll turn left on this road and stay on it for a good part. The problem I have is I get distracted and forget what I was talking about. Now, we were talking about batteries, so let's see if I can wrap this up. If possible, try to avoid extreme conditions. If you get to extreme conditions, just realize you are reducing the battery life. I learned that during extremely cold weather last year, that the colder it was, the shorter distance I could go. So if you ride in extreme cold or hot weather, this is going to affect your battery performance. And I can testify that eased. I mean, most everybody knows that anyway. I was able to verify it. So it's no longer a theory to me. It was actual. If you go off-roading and on trails and stuff that are rough, just realize that you're probably decreasing your battery life. Of course, you're increasing your fun, maybe. So sometimes you have to take the two into consideration. So in conclusion, e-bikes are fantastic and sustainable mode of transportation, and understanding how to care for batteries is crucial in getting the most out of your investment. By following the proper charging habits, storing your e-bike correctly, conducting regular maintenance, and avoiding extreme conditions, you can significantly increase the life of your e-bike battery. Doing so not only saves you money, but also reduces the environmental impact by keeping the batteries out of landfills. So, whether you're a seasoned e-bike enthusiast or considering joining the ranks of the e-bike riders, remember that taking care of your e-bike battery is key to extending your rides, reducing your carbon footprint, and enjoying the many benefits of this eco-friendly an exhilarating mode of transportation. I find it extremely fun and something I would not be able to do, and enjoyment I would not be able to have if the e-bike didn't exist. I would be missing out. Safety is primarily important when you do this, so I probably should have a safety discussion next, but that's for a different topic. If you want to have your best battery life, follow these suggestions, and it will extend your battery life. If you want to hear me babbling about other topics, you're going to need to like and subscribe in order to motivate me to create some more videos. So, hopefully I'll see everybody in a video soon. Until then, bye.